How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Football Fan Forever, and this is your New York Jets Madden 20 franchise. It's week 14, and the Jets are getting ready to take on the 6-6 Los Angeles Rams. The Jets are coming off their most dominating victory of the season, a 48-13 walloping of the Seattle Seahawks in Week 13 that saw Khalil Balaj put up 3 touchdowns, one from 93 yards out, as part of a 233-yard day. But it's the Los Angeles offense we'll see first here as Greg Zuerlein gets us underway Week 14. The Jets are one game out of first place in the AFC East and look to close the gap here as the kick is returned by Jerick McKinnon to the 22-yard line. Jared Goff, the quarterback for the Rams, he's having a solid if unspectacular year, but 25 touchdowns and only 9 interceptions has the Rams in first place in the NFC West. He'll start under center, throwing it outside, and that will go backwards. Quinnen Williams meeting Robert Woods in the backfield for a loss of 2. Let's take a look at this Los Angeles offense. Rob Havenstein, the right tackle, will look to fend off James Delgado. Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp, one of the better wide receiver duos in the league. We'll see them here on 3rd and 10. Goff in the shotgun, motioning in Higbee. McKinnon to his right and out of the backfield all day for Goff against a 3-man rush. And now he fires downfield. The stop made by Kel Kohler. They needed 10. They got 12. First down, Los Angeles. Cam Akers is the starting running back here for the Rams, and he'll get the carry on 1st and 10, bursting through a hole, making one man miss, and carrying up to the 49. It's a nice gain there for the Rams. 2 consecutive first downs here to start this drive. They're looking good so far. Here's a pass on 1st down. Blitz is picked up, taking a deep shot for Woods, one-on-one, and it's caught! Robert Woods, a 51-yard score, one-on-one with Marcus May. Take a look at this one. What a spectacular catch by Robert Woods. And what a throw by Goff. That pass traveled over 60 yards in the air, and it will put the New York Jets in a 7-0 hole. They did not trail all of last week in their victory over the Seahawks. Can the offense find a way to play from behind against a stingy defense here led by Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey? This offensive line shone in the win last week, but they will certainly have their hands full with AD 99. Here's a 2nd and 10. Sam Darnold under center, bunch formation to the right. Blitz is brought, it's picked up, firing to the right side. That's intercepted. John Johnson, the strong safety, comes away with it. And Los Angeles picks off Sam Darnold and return it to the 32-yard line. That's a big turnover, and Los Angeles with a chance to go up 2 scores here. They're already in field goal range. Cam Akers getting the handoff. He's met by C.J. Mosley after a short gain, and that will lead to a 3rd and 5. Goff in the shotgun, 2 tight ends on the right side of the formation, play action, and Goff firing to the left side. That's hauled in by Cooper Kupp, who's over 750 yards on the season. Tight coverage by Levi Wallace, couldn't deny that one. Ball spotted on the 11, handoff to the Jet. Jerick McKinnon, the former Viking and 49er turned Ram. He'll get about 1 yard on 1st down, and that will make it 2nd and 9. Motioning in Woods, Goff under center, he's back to pass. 5-man rush, and he counters out to Akers, who breaks some tackles and will be down to the 8. A good effort for 2 yards to make it 3rd and 7. Hard count from Goff, and he's back to pass on 3rd down, firing to the end zone, nearly intercepted. Bradley McDougald and Levi Wallace there, neither of them could come away with it, and Los Angeles is able to add to their lead. 10-0 is your score. The box is stacked on 1st and 10. Darnold under center. His interception on the first drive ended that one, and here he fires to Jameson Crowder into a tight hole there, gain of 7 to make it 2nd and 3. Khalil Balaj carried for over 200 yards last week. Here's a little bit of a lane, and he's hauled down after a gain of 8 on his second carry of the day. Obviously, when you're playing the Rams, you need to know where Aaron Donald is on the field. He's not the biggest defensive lineman, but he is probably the strongest, or one of the strongest, and his leverage and body control is second to none in the league. And if that's not enough to deal with, Jalen Ramsey and John Johnson joined Prince Amukamara and rookie Luke Beal in this secondary. Here's a 2nd and 9. Looking over the middle, Darnold finds Jameson Crowder for a short gain, 3rd and 3. 4 wide for Darnold. Le'Veon Bell to his left. The blitz is brought, it's picked up, and that is intercepted! Jalen Ramsey with his 5th on the season. Looks like Darnold wanted Jameson Crowder, and that pass was a little bit off the mark as Crowder just can't quite get his hands on it. It's the 2nd interception of the day for Sam Darnold and 19th on the season. That leads the league. And it gives the Rams good field position again. Here's a 2nd and 8 inside New York territory as that gain won't go for much. 3rd and 5. Goff back to pass. He rolls to his left, pressure in his face, fires over the middle. There's Robert Woods moving the sticks for the Rams. Goff is 7 of 8 for almost 100 yards here in the first quarter. A chunk of it coming on his pass to Robert Woods that scored. And there's a carry. C.J. Mosley shutting down Cam Akers, who had over 140 yards and 1 score last week. He's nearing 1,000 yards on the season, but he won't get too much on that carry. 2nd and 9. Here's a delayed give. Akers sprinting to the right side. Blockers in front, and he's taken down by Kel Kohler at the 26. 3rd and inches. Goff in the shotgun. McKinnon to his left. Handoff to McKinnon. He's wrapped up by Blake Cashman, but not before McKinnon will pick up the first down. It's a fresh set of downs for the Rams. 1st and 10, Goff under center. He's back to pass. 3-step drop, drifting back in the pocket, firing downfield. There's Robert Woods inside the 10, and he's wrapped up by Marcus May right at the 10-yard line. A 4-man rush couldn't get there in time. It's another big play for the Rams through the air. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line, and they do get the play out before the end of the first quarter. 4-man rush as everyone's covered down the field. Goff running out of time, and down he goes. James Delgado with his team-leading 10th sack on the season will drop Jared Goff all the way back at the 25-yard line. So that'll make it 2nd and goal. Under center is Goff. 3 wide receivers in the formation. Cam Akers alone back. We start the second quarter with a delayed give to Akers. He's got the edge, trying to get to the end zone, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, a 25-yard rushing touchdown, and Los Angeles goes up by 3 scores. The Jets are going to have to get something going here on offense. They've got 2 Sam Darnold interceptions to show for their troubles so far, as Le'Veon Bell carries for about 5. This will definitely be a tougher defense to run against when you have someone like Aaron Donald to eat up blocks. Here's 2nd and 5. Darnold's pass off the mark. He was looking for Kaderil Hodge. That will make it 3rd and 5. 3 wide receivers on the left side of the formation as Darnold checks underneath. There's Hodge turning upfield, outrunning Aaron Donald. He's out of bounds at the 40 after a gain of 12 that will move the sticks for the Jets. Khalil Balaj alone back on 1st down. He'll get the handoff, and he runs right into Aaron Donald at the 41-yard line. You knew it was only a matter of time before AD99 got into the stat sheet, and he does there on that run stop. Here's 2nd and 9, firing underneath. There's Khalil Balaj with everyone going deep. He runs over Jalen Ramsey and is 141-yard line to the other for number 33. He's contributing in all areas of the New York offense so far, as he'll get the call on 1st and 10. Fighting through contact. It's a short gain of about 2. As it's been tough sledding so far for the New York run game. 2nd and 7. Darnold back to pass. Firing downfield. He took a hit for that one, but finds Christopher Herndon at the 20. And now Taylor Rapp comes up clutching at his arm or his chest. He'll be checked out in the locker room. Herndon is 6'6", and I'm sure the safety got the worst of that as play action looking to left side. Jamison Crowder with another toe-tapping catch at the 7-yard line. How many of those has he made for the Jets this season? 1st and goal. Darnold under center. He's back to pass. Interior pressure and firing to the end zone. Touchdown, Christopher Herndon. Number 6 on the year for the tight end, as I think he brought that one in with one hand with a defender all over him. That's an excellent catch by number 89. New York is on the scoreboard. 17-7 is your score. Los Angeles taking over on their own 25. Here's a handoff to Akers. He makes a man miss and jukes his way up to the 37. 8 carries, 68 yards and a score. He's closing in on 1,000 yards on the season. Play action for Goff on 1st down, firing deep down the field. There's Higbee. He's wide open and taken down at the 35-yard line of New York. 139 yards through the air for Jared Goff. He's looked very comfortable in this game so far. Here's a 2nd and 13. Time to throw. He fires for Higbee, who will be close to the sticks, maybe short by a yard or two. They say 3rd and 1. Rams coming out in the shotgun. Jerick McKinnon to Goff's right, and he'll get the call on 3rd down, and he'll pick up the first. Gain of 5 and a fresh set of downs for the Rams. 1st and 10 from the 21. Goff under center. 2 tight ends on the right side of the formation. 3-step drop for Goff. He'll fly to the right side for Higbee, who's going the wrong way and is tackled out of bounds back at the 22 by Kel Kohler, who's shaken up on the play and in a lot of pain. He's checked out on the sideline first, and then is taken to the locker room. The rookie middle linebacker, who is getting Defensive Rookie of the Year votes, has a broken collarbone. So Blake Cashman will step in, number 53, at middle linebacker. And probably not only for this game, but for the rest of the season. That's a serious injury. As a 3rd and 12 draw to McKinnon won't get the 1st down. Jets get the stop, but they lose their middle linebacker too for a serious amount of time. They do get the ball back, though. Here's Kaleem Ballage blown up in the backfield. The blitzing Micah Kaiser brings him down back at the 27, 3rd and 10. Spreading out the field on 3rd and long. 3 wide receivers to the right. Kaderil Hodge isolated to the left. Rams bring 4. Darnold with time, firing to left side. There's Kaderil Hodge at the 44. A flag is on the play. They'll say defensive pass interference, and that penalty is declined. So Jets with a fresh set of downs at the 44-yard line. Here's a handoff to Le'Veon Bell, and he won't get too much running through the right side of the line there. 2nd and 8. Ballage had 29 carries a week ago, but he's not seeing the field much on shotgun sets like the ones the Jets have been running here in the 2nd quarter. As again back to pass over the middle, that is hauled in. Jamison Crowder at the 41 of Los Angeles as we're approaching the 2.5-minute mark here in the 2nd quarter. 3 wide receivers on the field. Play action for Darnold. As everyone's covered downfield, down he goes. Aaron Donald with the sack back in New York territory. It's a loss of 10 at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 20 for the Jets. Again, Le'Veon Bell in the game. Donald operating out of the shotgun, firing up the seam. Great adjustment. Christopher Herndon down to the 32. That's a gain of 19 to make it a very manageable 3rd and 1. Le'Veon Bell gets the call. He'll have about 4 yards and the 1st down for the Jets. We're inside 90 seconds to go here in the 1st half, and the Jets will spread out the field 5 wide on 1st down. Donald taking a snap, firing up the seam again, and it's knocked away. John Johnson in coverage against Christopher Herndon. The tight end couldn't haul in that catch. It would have been a difficult one. 2nd and 10 with 1:07 to go. Donald directing traffic. Lawrence Cager is on the field, and now Donald firing underneath. Daryl Hodge with the catch and run. He'll duck out of bounds at the 19, gain of 9 to make it 3rd and 1. Do you go back to your ground game here? No, Sam Darnold takes the pass under pressure, firing down the middle. That's caught. Jamison Crowder at the 1. 1st and goal, New York. We're inside a minute. Jamison Crowder's 5th catch today, converting the 3rd down. Here's Khalil Ballage. He bowls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New York. They're back in this one. A big score there before the end of the half as the Jets trail by 6 heading into halftime. And look at the powerful run by Khalil Ballage, just bowling his way through the defensive line there. That's the note you want to end the half on if you're the Jets. Not a lot went your way. There was 2 turnovers, Sam Darnold interceptions, but you're very much in this game as we head into halftime. The other game we're interested in this week, the Patriots and the Dolphins fighting for outright first place in the AFC East. The Dolphins are up by a field goal as they're approaching halftime. We also want to keep an eye on the Oakland Raiders. They're down 14-3 against the Denver Broncos. We have the Raiders' first-round draft pick, so the more games they lose, the better it is for us. This has been a very different game than the blowout last week against Seattle. There hasn't been a lot of room to maneuver on offense. A lot of passes are being contested, and the running game is just not able to function in the same capacity it was last week. Meanwhile, the defense has given up some big plays that's uncharacteristic of them. And we're going to want to see more consistency from both sides of the ball from the Jets if they're to win this game. They'll start the second half with the ball. Keelan Culver and Khalil Ballage in the game. Darnold motions in Rashad Perriman and fires the wheel route. There's the fullback Culver out of the backfield. Gain of 14. We haven't seen the run game show up like it did last week. Ballage has been doing his best, but there's just not a lot of room after contact. Some very sure tackling by this Los Angeles linebacker core that's limiting his yards after contact. And plays like that, especially coming in off the edge, that's an excellent play. It's not enough to get the stop, but Ballage is averaging just 2.4 yards per carry so far in this one. And that's put a lot of the load for the Jets on Sam Darnold's shoulders. Here he is going to the air, firing downfield. He's intercepted for a 3rd time. Prince Amukamara coming away with that one. That pass just well off the mark. He was looking for the crossing route there and just led Rashad Perriman far too much, to the point where Prince Amukamara, who is covering Jamison Crowder, had the free interception there. A 3rd interception on the day for Darnold, his 20th on the season as the Rams take over. Here's deep play action, firing downfield. It's Robert Woods again. Tackled at the New York 32, his 4th catch. He's almost to 100 yards on the day as they've looked his direction every time they need a big play. But speaking of big plays, here's Cam Akers. He had a touchdown run earlier, and now he breaks tackles down to the 17. He's having himself a spectacular day as well. 82 yards on just 11 carries. Under center again is Goff on 1st and 10, firing to the right side. There's Woods. He slips a tackle, and Bradley McDougald takes him down at the 1. Goff is 14 of 15, and he's got the Rams knocking on the doorstep of extending their 6-point lead. 1st and goal, Los Angeles. Play action, and down goes Goff. Everyone was covered. Interesting call to do play action there on the all-out blitz. Will not result in a touchdown this time. They'll sack him back at the 8-yard line and set up 3rd and goal. Pressure coming, and that's intercepted. Blasson Austin with his 2nd of the season in the end zone, returning this one to the 19. Just a bad decision by Goff to throw that one into double coverage. Austin just waiting in zone coverage there. He comes away with the big turnover as New York is keeping the score right where it is, 20-14. That's a big stop. Here's Khalil Ballage. He runs over a defender, and that's his best carry on the day, out to the 36-yard line. 5 yards after contact. That was dangerously similar to some of the runs he had last week that just bowled over the Seahawks defense. And Sam Darnold back to pass, firing on 2nd and 10. That's a nice catch by Perriman at midfield, as this New York passing game is trying to find their rhythm. 3 Sam Darnold interceptions on the day. Here's a blitz off the edge, firing up the seam, and that's knocked away. Christopher Herndon unable to make the difficult catch in traffic again. That will make it 3rd and 10. Play action for Darnold. Under pressure, firing downfield. Kadero Hodge inside Los Angeles territory. It's a gain of 20 on 3rd and 10. LaMarcus Albert in the game. This is a new formation in the shotgun, still read option, and he'll hand off to Le'Veon Bell. Maybe a loss of 1 there to set up 3rd and 9. Darnold back in the game. 3 wide receivers to the right. Lawrence Cager isolated left. Le'Veon Bell out of the backfield, 4-man rush. Darnold steps up, fires downfield, and it's knocked away from Lawrence Cager. That hit applied by Terrell Burgess as he played this perfectly. You can't ask for a much cleaner hit than that, as the Jets are going to have to settle for 3 and trim the Los Angeles lead 20-17 now, as Gerald Everett will lose the football. Stephen Donnelly recovers it for the Jets. He's returning up the left sideline and is knocked out of bounds at the 15. C.J. Mosley with the hit, but this is going to be reviewed. This call coming in from New York to take a second look at this, as it appears that he was down before the ball came out. This is overturned into a 3rd and 3 for the Rams. 5 wide, firing over the middle, and Goff will have the 3rd down conversion to Jerick McKinnon at the 39. We're inside a minute in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. A bubble screen here for Woods, and he won't get much. Tackled by May and Austin at the 41 to set up 3rd and 8. In the shotgun now, Jerick McKinnon to his right. Motioning in his tight end Higbee. Goff is back to pass. He's got all day firing over the middle. There's McKinnon again, breaking tackles and eventually taken down inside New York territory at the end of the 3rd quarter. The Rams are finding success on 3rd downs this drive, and that's not something that you want to see if you are the Jets. They've been doing a good job on 1st and 2nd downs, but haven't been getting off the field well at all here today. As here's a 1st down pass downfield, Tyler Higbee to the 19. He's in his 5th year for the Rams. He's got 5 catches to celebrate that milestone, as he's got another 1st down for the Rams. Here's 2nd and 12. Akers cutting to the right side. Blockers in front. He'll be inside the 10, and he's tackled at the 7 by Donnelly. 1st and goal, Los Angeles from the 7. What will be the call on 1st and goal? Bunch formation to the right. Goff in the shotgun. And the handoff will go to McKinnon. He's met C.J. Mosley at the 5, as McKinnon hasn't had the same success on the ground that Akers has had. But on 2nd and goal, they spread out 5 wide. Goff back to pass. 5-man rush, firing to the end zone, and it's caught! Jerick McKinnon with a toe-tapping catch in the corner of the end zone to give the Rams their 10-point lead back. But now the call comes in again from New York to review this play. The pylon cam, that'll be close. What will the replay officials have access to that we won't hear at home? Here's a close view. Did he have both feet in? That right foot is just on the edge of the grass, and they're saying he's in bounds. So the call stands. Los Angeles able to increase their lead 27-17 on a questionable touchdown there, and the Rams with 10 minutes to go need to get some points here on this drive. Here's a 2nd and 13. Ballage is met, maybe a gain of 1 or a loss of 1 as the case may be. 3rd and 14. Darnold already has 3 picks here today. You can't be getting in these 3rd and long situations. Everyone going deep. There's an underneath route. Darnold firing down the field and off the mark. Crowder had a step and would have had the 1st down. Instead, it's a 3 and out for the Jets. They have to punt the ball back to the Rams. From their own 15, Goff under center. He'll hand off to Akers, who makes a man miss. He's got blockers in front. Accelerates to the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down carry for Akers. He's over 100 yards on the day and 1,000 yards on the season. The Rams have done an excellent job balancing their run and their pass games here in this one, keeping the defense on their toes. Here's a pass to the left side. Donnelly makes a tackle inbounds. There's Robert Woods again, and that will set up 3rd and 5. Jerick McKinnon in the game. Goff is back to pass. Blitz is brought, and Woods with the completion underneath. He'll have 10 yards and the first down. His hands extend another Los Angeles drive. We're inside 7 minutes to go. Akers carrying. He's got a hole in the left side. Makes Donnelly miss and hangs onto the ball through a C.J. Mosley strip attempt. He's down to the 35 and over 130 yards for the second consecutive week. Cam Akers has been excellent today for the Rams as here's play action. Pressure incoming, and Goff just gets that one away. Delgado looking for his second sack of the day, and that will set up a 3rd and 6 from the 31-yard line. 3-man rush firing over the middle. Cooper Kupp lost the football. It's ripped out by C.J. Mosley, and they're not going to overturn that one. It's recovered by the Jets. It's Blake Cashman filling in for the injured Kel Kohler, who recovers that one, and this is about as clean of a forced fumble as you're going to see. Mosley ripping it away from Cooper Kupp. It's the second turnover forced today by this New York defense, and it couldn't come at a better time. Here's 2nd and 10 for Darnold, looking to left side, and Luke Beal, the rookie cornerback, all 6 foot 4 inches stretched out to deny that pass to Jamison Crowder. That makes it 3rd and 10. If you're the Jets, you can't go 3 and out here, but down goes Darnold. The cornerback blitz gets there, and it's 4th and 22. The Jets are going to stay on the field. Their hopes of winning this game kind of come down to this pass attempt as a hard count, no one's jumping. Darnold finally takes the snap, fires up the middle, and he's intercepted a 4th time. Looks like he and Crowder weren't quite on the same page. It's Burgess again. He's having an excellent game, and he makes back-to-back plays to give the Rams the ball back inside New York territory. 4.5 minutes to go. The Jets defense trying to get another stop as that's denied. Blasson Austin in coverage to make it 3rd and 14. Crowding the line, Jets bring 6, and this forces a pass. Nice catch by Robert Woods at the sideline, but that will bring out Johnny Hekker. He's long been one of the best punters in the game, and he's going to have the chance to pin the Jets deep in their own territory, and this goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. Darnold in the shotgun, Le'Veon Bell to his left. Play action, blitz is coming, and down goes Darnold again. Everyone covered downfield. It's Leonard Floyd back at the 5, and that will make it 3rd and 14 for the Jets. Darnold standing on his own goal line, 5 wide. Another blitz is brought, and another sack. It's a safety. Darnold saw the blitz coming, but didn't get the ball out in time. It's Samson Ebukam with the safety, and the Jets lose the ball and go down 12 points now as Rams trying to seal this one. They're handing the ball off to Cam Akers inside 2 minutes. Jets will get the ball back if they can get a stop here. 3rd and 7, and Vince Beagle around the edge to make the stop. So 1:50 to go. And Johnny Hekker comes out for another punt here. He'll have another chance to pin the Jets deep. Boston Scott had a kick return touchdown last week, and it looks like he might let this one go. Changes his mind, and he takes this one out of the end zone. A terrible decision. He's tackled at the 5. So now 1 timeout, 1:36 to go. Jets have 95 yards to get a touchdown, and they need 2 of them. Darnold out of his own end zone, just taking a deep shot. That one hit Perryman in the hands, but Jefferson is there to force another incompletion. 3rd and 10, 1.5 to go. Darnold back to pass, 4-man rush, firing up the left sideline, and there's plenty of contact, but no flag. Jamison Crowder wants one. Instead, it will be 4th and 10. The ball game coming down potentially to this play. As 4 men out of the end zone, looking downfield, Kaderil Hodge in traffic. He comes down with a contested catch at the 21 to keep the Jets' faint hopes alive here. As Darnold again looking short, Crowder turns upfield, and he didn't get out of bounds. Clock inside 1 minute. Jets with one timeout. They hurry back to the line. Clock continuing to run. Here's play action. Darnold flush to his right and fires that one incomplete. 39 seconds to go, facing a 3rd and 5. Bunch formation to the right. Denzel Mims on the left side of the formation. Everyone going deep. Darnold firing up the seam. That catch is made. Christopher Herndon at midfield. And now a Los Angeles Ram is shaken up. That will stop the clock and save New York a timeout with 33 seconds to go. They're still a ways away. They need 2 touchdowns to win, but they're still fighting in this one. Pressure is brought, and down goes Darnold. No one open downfield, and the Jets are forced to use their final timeout with 28 seconds to go. Here's a 2nd and 21 from their own 39. This one basically over except for maybe some garbage time completions. As that one's knocked away, Crowder had it in his hands and lost it. 4th and 21. Just got to throw it up and hope for a Hail Mary at this point. 17 seconds to go. You need a touchdown or to get out of bounds. Looking out of bounds, and a flag flies in as there was plenty of contact there, but they get the Jets for a hold. This one's over. The Rams triumph 29-17 as they dominated in every aspect. They moved the ball at will through the air, on the ground, and had 4 takeaways on defense. Darnold has thrown 21 interceptions on the season. That leads the league by a significant amount, as the Jets' path to the playoffs is suddenly a lot more interesting. We'll take a look at the standings in a moment here, but today's game was kind of a disappointing flop compared to last week. We didn't run the ball well at all, and I kind of expected that, but we were also forced to throw early and often as we were down 3 scores basically from the get-go, which put a lot of pressure on Sam Darnold and the receiving corps to make up for that, and we just didn't have the presence and the rhythm in the passing game that would have required to beat the Rams this week. I think our defense did a great job of keeping us in it, even though they didn't play their best game. But our struggles on offense were too much to overcome, and you can't win when you turn over the ball 4 times. I think our offensive line played their worst game of the season. There were no holes in the run game. There was maybe 1 chance for Balazs to do really any damage, and they had several sacks. Let's count them up, 4 or 5. 5 sacks of Sam Darnold on the game, as well as 4 interceptions because there was just constant pressure, and that's what I was worried about going into this game with Aaron Donald. But the pressure and the sacks were coming from all over the place. They brought blitzes that weren't picked up well. The safety for sure was my fault. I should have recognized the blitz heavy look earlier than I did, and audible like Ryan Griffin or someone close to the line into a really short route, but it was also 3rd and 10 and a losing effort, so I was going to hope that they were going to drop some of those guys back into coverage, and they just didn't. So with our loss today, that puts us 2 games out of first place in the AFC East. And there's also more bad news as we lose Kel Kohler for the rest of the season to a broken collarbone. We'll have to ask Blake Cashman, who recovered a fumble today, to step up for him at the middle linebacker slot. So if the playoffs started today, the Jets would not be advancing to the postseason. The current division leaders are the Browns, the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Texans, and the wild card teams are the Ravens and the Dolphins. I don't know if we'll catch the Ravens, but the Dolphins are just 1 game ahead of us, and we will meet them in Week 16. But next week it is a date with the division-leading New England Patriots, who are on a 5-game winning streak to catapult themselves into the playoff picture. So a lot is going to happen in these last 3 weeks. Buckle up. I cannot wait to see how the end of this season goes down. There's a lot to play for at this point in the season, and it's really exciting. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, have a good one, everybody. I'll catch you next time.